Oh my God.
Programmet presenteras av betsave.com.
You know, when I first started doing this, I didn't really like the rematch idea. But then him and I have had great fights, and it's been great for the fans. And I really thought about the third fight, and when it went down where I lost the second fight, and I obviously won the first one, and we ended up being put in this situation, you start really, for me, I started looking at like all the great fighters in the world that have been through trilogies, the Ali and Frazier, Gotti Ward. I mean, those are the type of fights and those are the type of fighters I like to be mentioned with, and then the fact that both these fights have been legendary and basically in MMA, I think it just, it makes me, when I end my career, it'll make me realize, hey, that I've had somebody that was like a little nemesis to me or whatever it was, and it's been great. I mean, they can expect fireworks. I mean, everyone talks about fireworks, but I mean, our past two fights have been Fight of the Year candidates, and both of them. And so this fight, I don't anticipate it being any different. It's gonna be a great fight. Obviously, people generally only tend to remember the last fight, and who won it, and so that makes that fighter the better one. So you're going to see me go out there and really just try and, and dictate the pace of the fight and really push the pace of the fight and try and make sure that I win my title back. The previous fight, I wasn't too happy with my performance, so what I did was I just focused a lot more on my conditioning and my cardio and cleaning up the techniques that I was using in my past fights with him, as well as my last fight. So just kind of developing a game plan and really just focusing on that for the full 6 to 8 weeks of camp, and just trying to focus on making sure that I was in great and good enough shape to implement that game plan. It's really hard to tell. I think I match up well against all the lightweights. Doesn't matter who you get me in. There's guys I feel that are in the top 5 that I could walk right through, and there's guys I feel that are in the top 20, that I'd probably have a hard time with. So styles make matchups in MMA, and I feel that I match up pretty well against a lot, given the fact that I'm well-rounded. The fact that Gilbert is considered to be number 1, and not just in the eyes of Nate Diaz, who's a friend of his, but I mean, basically across the board, there's really no pressure on me to win this fight. I mean, the pressure is all on him to go out there and perform. That he shouldn't be losing to a guy that's not basically. I don't even know if I'm in the top 20 or if I'm in the top 15, whatever it is. But, he shouldn't be losing to someone like me, and he shouldn't even have a close fight. So there's no pressure on me whatsoever to perform. It's just for me to go out there and get the win and implement my game plan, and for me to focus on me and, and let him worry about all the other stuff that he's talked about and try to live up to, and that's his deal, not mine. After we were slated to fight the second time, I got injured, but he did the same thing to me at a press conference. So, eventually we ended up fighting and it ended up working. So I thought maybe some of that would rub off on me for this fight. So I just kind of did a little back at him. His biggest strength is his mind. I mean, he's a tough fighter. I mean, he's mentally tough. You hit him with a good shot, he knows how to stay calm and collect, and, he doesn't panic. If you take him down, he's real focused on what he needs to do to get up, and he does it to get back up. He's a well-rounded. Maybe most people don't see it. He throws his big right hand a lot, and that's what he likes to focus on, But realistically, it's his mind. His mind is his biggest strength. It's going to change a little bit. I mean, really all it does is open up the chance of possibly getting cut and the fight ending early. I've never been a big proponent of elbows, only because it generally leads to a bloody match and someone basically a fight ending early based on a cut, and so. But the fact that we're being used now, it doesn't really matter to me. I've just started training with them and trying to use them more, and that's it, and mainly trying to use them on the feet. I know that the two of us getting a takedown is going to waste a lot of energy trying to focus on just strictly takedowns just so we can use elbows. So I've been trying to really implement them on the feet a lot more. It's Daniel Cormier is a good friend of mine. He's a 2-time Olympian. I think he's come a long way in his short career. I believe he's 9-0, and he's fought guys like Munson. He's knocked out Bigfoot Silva. I mean, those are big names. Bigfoot's beaten Fedor. You can sit here and play the MMA math, but I really don't like to. But DC's come a long way. He's got world-class wrestling, and he's competed at the highest level in wrestling. And so the fact that all that pressure's is not going to get to him, especially in this fight. So he's not too concerned, I think, about the pressure at all whatsoever. This is just a big fight for him to go out there and try and solidify that he is a top heavyweight in such a short period of time, and that just lets everyone know that, AKA has the 2 best heavyweights in the world.
Oh my God.
Programmet presenteras av betsave.com.